Hi, my name is TJ Parks, and this is the video of my thematic unit for completion of Methods of Elementary Math and Science, Education 3133. My thematic unit was entitled, Where Did You Get Your Nose? And it's all about genetics and heredity. It's for 5th grade, and it covers the Science TEKS 5.3 A and B, 5.10 A and B, Math 5.12 A and B, and 5.13 B and C, English 5.8 A, B, and C, 5.9 A, B, C, and E, and Art 5.2 A. My thematic unit had a math center, and in the math center I had 4 folders. This folder shows a picture of a pool table on the left-hand side, and the questions on the right-hand side say, what is the ratio of purple balls to yellow balls? So the students would have to count the purple balls and count the yellow balls and then give me the ratio. The next question says, what is the ratio of red balls to pink balls? So again, they would count the red balls, then count the pink balls. What is the percentage of balls that are orange balls? So they would have to count the orange balls, then count the total balls and give me the percentage. What is the percentage, what percentage of the balls are blue? They would do the same process. And then the last question says, what is the ratio of orange and pink balls to purple balls? So they would count the orange and the pink and then compare it to that of the purple. Another folder, the same basic properties. Purple hearts to black hearts, purple hearts to blue hearts. What is the percentage of pink hearts? What percentage of the hearts are black? What is the ratio of blue and pink hearts to black hearts? This folder has gumballs. The same basic questions are involved here. And the last folder has a PS2 controller for all my boys. And the questions are very similar there. And these all cover TEKS 5.14 A and B and 5.15 A and B for math. Also in the math station, students would find a toy store, and the worksheet that is associated with the toy store asks the students to pick a toy, then tell me what the cost would be if they had a 20% off coupon. The next question asks to pick a different toy, tell me what the price would be with a 30% off coupon. The third question says to pick a different toy again, and tell me what it would be if they had 40% off. Then the fourth question asks to pick a toy, tell me if the tax was 10%, what the total cost of the toy would be. And then the last question says to pick another toy again, and to tell me what the price would be if the tax were 20%. So addition and subtraction and percentages all involved in this particular part of the math station. The science station gives the students a list of instructions, and it says, 1, choose a coin and pick up a bunny template. And this is their bunny template. Flip your coin and record your results on the template. It says that heads is capital D and tails is lowercase d. Number 3 says flip your coin again and record your results on the bunny sheet. Number 4, repeat steps 2 and 3 for all 5 traits. So it says you will flip your coin 10 times total. Number 5, once you have all of your genotypes, refer to the traits chart to determine which characteristics your bunny will have. It gives them a little hint that says dominant is capital D, or capital D, lowercase d, and recessive is lowercase d, lowercase d. Number 6 says color and name your bunny, place it on your homework bin for extra credit. And here are the traits. So once they flipped their coins, then they will determine if their bunny will have the dominant trait or the recessive trait. There are 5 different traits. So when they finish flipping their coin 10 times, they will record their genotypes on their template. Then they will draw either the dominant or the recessive ears, the dominant or recessive eyes, dominant or recessive nose, dominant or recessive mouth, dominant or recessive whiskers. So at the end, when they turn this in, I should have a bunny, and I should be able to look at the genotypes that they have listed for me here, and then look at the phenotypes that they have drawn here to determine if they understand the concept. The last portion of my thematic unit was our display board, and unfortunately I had to take mine down due to the children moving on to a different topic. But these were all of the things that were on my display board. First, there was a picture of Gregor Mendel. He is known as the father of genetics. He was an Austrian monk who, back in the 1800s, did a lot of studies using pea pods, and he figured out the terms dominant, recessive, and hybrid. It tells the students that the phenotype is what it looks like. What does the trait look like? Blonde hair, blue eyes, those are all traits. It also tells them the genotype, what it's made of, what are the big and little D's. This was my title, Heredity. And on my board, I displayed a Punnett square, and the interactive part, the children got to choose which traits went at the top and on the side, and then they had to cross the chart to tell me what the genotypes looked like. So for example, if a student chose 2 heterozygous parents, so big D, little d, big D, little d, then when they crossed the square, they would have big D, big D, little d, right here, big D, right here, little d over here, and big D, little d, right here. And I had it on my board, and there were holes punched, and they had to nail it on, or there were nails, and they had to put the hole punch thing on the nail, but again, I had to take it down. So then I would ask the students, what is the ratio of homozygous dominant on the Punnett square? So homozygous dominant means that it is homozygous, meaning the same, and dominant means that there are 2 dominant traits. So then they would hang whatever the ratio was, 1 to 4. There was also a chart on my board that showed what would happen if we crossed 2 heterozygous plants. Then the next row showed that we would have 4. Oh, I'm sorry. The chart said if we crossed 1 heterozygous and 1 homozygous recessive, then we would have 4 flowers that were heterozygous, and then the second generation would show 1 homozygous dominant, 2 heterozygous, and 1 homozygous recessive, and this is called a pedigree. So the TEKS that this covered were Science 510 A and B, Math 512 A and B, and 513 B. And that is the conclusion of my video for my genetic thematic unit for 3133. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.